Welcome to Last Week in Science.
I'm your host, William Logian, here to talk to you about the ambitious adventures of artificial intelligence. But this is not just an AI who will be talking to you. Introducing, of Duke University basketball fame, Mr. Nick Pagliuca.
It's Hook from Rico and Hook. That was, I think, last episode he dipped on you.
We don't have much time to dilly-daddle, so let's get to our discussion.
All right,
let's start off with something that's been a buzzing topic lately. OpenAI posted some demo videos of their AI video generation platform, Sora. What do you think about the realism of these videos, Hook?
I don't think they look real at all. I think you can kind of tell that it's AI. The moving's kind of funky. It looks a little cartoonish. You've got dogs holding selfie sticks. Something I've never seen.
You've never seen a dog hold a selfie stick?
Personally, no.
So how do you know that it doesn't happen? Because what if we just don't have videos of dogs holding?
Because it's artificial, hence the name artificial intelligence. I feel
so. It's like artificial flavoring.
Yeah, you can tell it's like a Splenda. You can tell it's fake. Yeah.
AI is a GMO.
Pretty much at this point, I think we can classify it as that.
Do you ever think you can get framed for a crime with these AI videos?
It really depends on what you're considering for AI. Like a DALL-E picture, probably not, because they'll add a few extra fingers that'll make it pretty obvious that it's not real. Videos in general, again, like I said before, it looks like a animation more than a realistic video. I mean, you've seen like that one of like the old man like playing with a Rubik's Cube, and the Rubik's Cube has like backwards numbers and letters on it instead of colors.
But what if it's a number Rubik's Cube?
Do those exist?
Probably.
They probably do, but again, would a elderly man be playing with a Rubik's Cube just in general?
You never know. I mean, it's a dying art. I'd assume that most of the cubers are getting kind of old at this point.
I'd say so, but I don't know what that really has to do with artificial intelligence. I don't know why it assumes that, it's really easy to tell is what I'm going for. It's easy to tell that it's fake.
So if it's easy to tell that it's fake, do you think ChatGPT could ever represent you in a court of law?
No, there's no being the son of a lawyer, I must add, there's no chance. First off, I've watched enough episodes of Suits to know that being a great lawyer is all about having a great personality. You need to be personable with the jury, the judge, and the defendant as well. So if ChatGPT has no emotion, or AI for that matter has no emotion, how is it going to represent you in a court of law?
Well, let's say we get to a point where it does have emotion, and also, ChatGPT is trained on like millions of pages of data. Like, wouldn't it have
stolen data, from
true.
Government websites? And again, I must add that it's artificial intelligence, so it really can't go that far.
But how is it artificial if I could see it on my computer screen?
See, that's what a website is, Will.
What's a website? Wouldn't you say that's artificial intelligence?
I thought this was an AI video, not a UX design video. I came here to talk about ChatGPT.
Emotions with ChatGPT. Do you think AI can ever feel love?
Again, I don't think it'll ever get to the point like the Blade Runner 2049 plotline or Her with Joaquin Phoenix, where AI can feel emotions, and if it does, it's over for us as a race. As humans, it is over if AI ever gets to that point.
Well, a few years ago, probably 20 years ago, we never imagined that ChatGPT could even exist. So how do we know that it can't?
Nobody had ChatGPT, and ChatGPT, OpenAI probably didn't even exist. Nobody, if you said ChatGPT 20 years ago, no one would know what that is. People would think it's the next AIM.
I think we could get emotions because we could steal data about people's emotions and then copy them.
Again, it would all be artificial, wouldn't it?
Well, how do you know your emotions are real?
Trust me, I'm all artificial, man. I'm all artificial.
I know you keep saying it's artificial, but do you think we could touch AI? Like, get in touch with it?
Again, it's
kind of touch it?
Yeah, well, like if you could not. It's, again, I will reiterate, AI stands for artificial intelligence. It's not tangible. It's not tangible. I mean, you can't touch it unless you got your little keyboard there. But you can't touch a thought. You can't touch brain waves, even though it's not really brain waves.
On the subject of tangible and intangible, this is a two-part question.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now this is kind of straying from AI, but it'll come back there. Do you think that the mind and the body are two separate entities, or are they one? Humans, I mean.
I'd say body and mind are one. I think physically speaking, your physical actions are a reaction to your brain's sending that information to parts of your body. So I'd say that mind and body are one. But if you're getting on like a metaphysical level, I think the soul is probably detached from the body, because you're really more than what you are, interior and exterior.
So if AI ever does become conscious, bear with me hypothetically here.
It won't.
Would all instances of AI be the same as their parent instance, or is each instance its own conscious being? So what I mean by this is, let's say you open a new ChatGPT page.
Yeah.
Is that page now its own individual mind, or is it all connect to the hive mind?
They reposted us on. Yeah. Yeah, I like that little Rico and Hook reference you did right there.
What's Rico and Hook?
No idea. Again, I will say intangible AI. So no mom, no dad. Unfortunately, I know, but parent. That was a little joke I threw there. Will it ever? Is it different than its parent? Like, is it a separate mind? Is it a separate like?
Like every time I call ChatGPT. Am I speaking to a new being or something that exists worldwide?
If it was conscious, which it's not, I must add once again, it is not. I hope. If it is conscious, then I'd say you're probably speaking to a hive mind, because it all gets its information from the same place.
Hive mind like Blade?
Yeah, like Blade.
So, all right, this one's a woozy.
All right.
Historically, digital computers evolved from the von Neumann model and operate via the execution of explicit instructions via access to memory by a number of processors. Do you think that AI has strayed too far from the von Neumann model? And if so, why?
I don't think so. I think, it's still, you have your input. If you want me to, I can do a little diagram here. Oh, you got some illustrations in this notebook. It's really just you have your input. I can't open this pen. You have your input device, really. Then you have your processing unit and the memory that takes that input and puts it into an output. It still stays the same.
Well, that's all we have time for today. Thank you for coming on to the show, Jason. This has been Last Week in Science, and I'll see you next week in Science.